Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rob from Heroes Avenue. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend so far. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about today's topics because I just finished Umbrella Academy on Netflix and I have a lot of good things to say about it. So I want to talk about that, but before I talk about that, we are going to talk about the Flash solo movie. And I know it feels like this movie is never gonna get here, but we have a new video that Ezra Miller or that came out with Ezra Miller talking about the Flash solo movie and the delays regarding the movie. And I believe this video was taken a month or 2 months ago, but the video is only coming online now, at least from what I've seen. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that video because Ezra Miller has a lot of interesting things that he talks about in the video. So let's get into that. Here is the video right now.
It's getting really good. It's getting really good now. You know, anyone who knows anything about Barry Allen knows that he's always late. But then when he arrives, he gets stuff done. And that's definitely how this film's production schedule is proceeding. We're a little late, but we're really, the reason why we're late, and this is the honest to God truth, is the reason why we're late, is because we're all, and I include myself in this, we are very meticulously focused on making a movie that's not just like one of the greatest superhero movies that we can possibly make. This movie's also going to be a gift to the fans. This movie is going to be a real pure offering to the fans of this material. And we've hit a couple points in the script's development where we've looked at it and gone, this isn't it. This isn't it yet. It has to be, and we're talking about sparking a whole new universe, which is, it's not just the DC multiverse, it's the Speedster multiverse. And the Speedsters are the ones who connect all of the disparate pieces of it, because Marvel is a universe, right? It's just one world and all the same characters in it. DC is a multiverse. All these different stories with different realities, different characters and versions of characters. And the Speedsters are the ones who move through it all. They're like the connecting bridge between all these different collaged parts. And so I'm really delighted at how focused everyone is on getting it just right. And I'm really devoted to that as well. And I honestly, we won't make the film unless it's going to be this consummate, beautiful offering to the fans and to everybody. I mean, we're just going to make a fantastic movie, but we're really focused on making it this, super gift to DC fans.
Thank you. The fans are really excited about the film.
Not as excited as me.
So there you have it, guys. Ezra Miller on The Flash, or this is the closest thing we're going to get to an update right now. And the person who posted this is a Twitter account, Flash Solo Updates, replied to someone saying that this is from a little over a month ago. So as you can see, the Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald logo is right in back of him in this interview, and he must be promoting that in China or wherever he's promoting it. But he said some interesting things here. But first of all, I got to give kudos to Ezra Miller for being such an excited nerd, because you could really feel his enthusiasm coming off the screen here, and it really gets you excited. But when you think about what he has to say, it gets you to question things a little bit, because they still haven't been able to crack the script, apparently. So he says a lot of good things here, but one of the biggest thing that stuck out to me is they didn't crack the script yet. So if you guys have been following the story behind this Flash solo movie so far, you know that it's gone through several directors. I think Lord and Miller were the first guys on board. They were either on board or they were writing the movie. And then we got Rick Famuyiwa. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right, but the guy who directed Dope. Really, really excited when he hopped on board. But he left the project after posting several social media posts with him writing the script, him being super excited about the script he was writing. He left the project due to the dreaded creative differences excuse. So he left the project. Now we have the guys who directed Game Night. I still haven't seen Game Night, but I heard good things. But we have those guys, and we still think at least one of them is on board, because according to Kiersey Clemens, who is our Iris West in this universe, she had mentioned that she had made a comment that sounded like there was only one director on board. So a lot of things are up in the air right now, but according to Ezra Miller in this interview, they're still trying to crack the script. But he did say that this film would be a gift to DC slash Flash fans, and you know he is the star of this movie. So what else is he going to say? I do want to take his word on it because he's been excited for this project for so long. He's been excited about the character of the Flash for so long, and it looks like he really did his homework. And I know some of you may not be fans of his iteration of Barry Allen. A lot of people tend to say he feels more like Wally West, and according to the guys at my comic book shop, the owners, they totally hate him. They feel like he feels like more like a Spider-Man. Regardless of whether or not you like him as Barry Allen, he seems to have done his homework on this character. He knows about a lot of different storylines, and that comes across in a lot of interviews he does. But I'm really excited that he's excited about this, and he says a lot of the things that you would expect a star actor of a movie to say. The other interesting thing, outside of them not yet cracking the script, is that this movie is going to introduce the multiverse, essentially. So he says the speedsters are the guys who are traveling the multiverse and make sure that this whole thing is connected. So they're creating a world of speedsters. So they're creating a world within this universe, essentially a world that they can build another franchise off of, just like they are probably going to do with Aquaman. And, you know, if you're following the story with Aquaman, they're doing a spin-off movie from Aquaman called The Trench. Who knows if it's actually going to get made. It is in development, not for sure that it's actually going to come out and get made. But, you know, they are creating a world that they can call their own. And essentially, if this world is successful, they'll build a universe within the whole universe of the DCEU, or Worlds of DC. This kind of is in line with why maybe they changed, or they never officially called this universe the DCEU. That's just something the fans tended to pick up on. It's real catchy. But this could be why Warner Brothers wanted to label this universe the Worlds of DC, because there are going to be multiple different universes. It's going to be a multiverse, just like there is in the comics. He compares it to what Marvel is doing, and maybe this is how they're going to keep things different. They're going to have a multiverse, and maybe The Flash is going to be the movie that introduces us to the concept of the multiverse, as well as the multiverse itself. So, you know, if you're going to look on the positive side, Ezra Miller seems to have full confidence in the people working on this, and I'm really excited for what they're going to potentially bring. But unfortunately, production on this movie has gotten pushed back due to the delay of Fantastic Beasts 3, whatever that's going to be titled. So they pushed production on that back, meaning Ezra Miller is going to be he's going to be busy. And of course, that is a Warner Brothers property as well. So because he got pushed back, Flash is going to have to get pushed back as well. So again, I'm excited for the future, but it does feel like this movie is super far away from now. So let me know what you guys think about this whole Ezra Miller interview that probably took place a month or over a month ago. So I think it's really interesting, but I'm curious to see what you guys think of regarding this story, because a lot of us are jaded at this point regarding the Flash solo movie. So really quick, I think there's some really funny things to look at in the comment section of this Twitter post right here. One guy over here goes, "Mother of God, would you look at the time?" And it's Lex Luthor, of course, from BVS. He doesn't seem to like the comments, or maybe he doesn't buy Ezra Miller's enthusiasm here. Other things, this guy right here has Oprah crying, and it says, "Now let's hope you're not too late." And of course, that's quoting Alfred from Justice League. And then there's a Harry Potter post right here. I did my waiting 12 years of it, and I forgot his character's name, but some interesting things in the comment section here. But Ezra Miller does a great job of keeping us DC fans real excited about the project, a project that seems so far away from us right now. Okay. Again, let me know what you guys thought about that in the comments below. But that's all real exciting. We're going to move on to the last topic of today, which is the Umbrella Academy. And this is a show that was I was really excited to get to start watching, given how it was another comic book property being brought to life on screen. This is based, of course, on the Dark Horse property that was created in 2007 by Gerard Way. And while I've never read the comic, I have to say I'm going to be ordering the book very soon, because this show was incredible. And going into the show, I knew nothing, and this show is very slow to reveal plot points, full character powers, and some things are not even fully explained throughout the season. And I won't spoil it for you what those things are, but what it does do is introduce you to a world that is so very unique and interesting that if the story of the show is too slow for you, the world itself is enough to keep you interested. For the first few episodes, I have to admit, I was very meh about the whole thing, but each episode ended on enough of a high note that I kept watching, and I'm so glad I did, because as things start to unfold, the story begins to give you a real layered plot and fleshes out all of these characters in such an incredible and unique way. I wanted to enjoy this show 1 or 2 episodes a week max, but by the end I had to binge the last 3 episodes in a row because it was so interesting. The finale ends in such a great way that I can only hope they bring it back for season 2, because it leaves you on such a cliffhanger in the best way possible. All of the actors in this show were really really well casted. If there was one person that kind of threw me out of it a lot, was not a lot, but if there was one person that threw me out of it, was Mary J. Blige's character, only because I recognize her from her music, and I recognize that she is a very prevalent music artist, so it always threw me off when she was on screen. But outside of that, the cast was stellar, and I think probably the standout was someone who I thought was relatively annoying at first, Robert Sheehan as number 4, I believe. He's one of the most unique characters I've seen, and his powers really lend itself to him being such a funny and unique character. Outside of that, everyone I really enjoyed in this show, and I'm super excited for a potential season 2. I'm hearing that this is one of the most popular shows on Netflix right now, and I could definitely see why. So if you guys are hesitating at all, make sure you check this out, and I will leave you by reading the synopsis of this, just in case you guys haven't heard. So, synopsis of The Umbrella Academy. On one day in 1989, 43 infants are inexplicably born to random, unconnected women who showed no signs of pregnancy the day before. 7 are adopted by billionaire industrialist Sir Reginald Hargreaves, who creates the Umbrella Academy and prepares his children to save the world. In their teenage years, though, the family fractures and the team disbands. Fast forward to present time, when the 6 surviving members of the clan reunite upon the news of Hargreaves' passing. They work together to solve a mystery surrounding their father's death, but divergent personalities and abilities again pull the strange family apart, and a global apocalypse is another imminent threat. The series is based on a collection of comics and graphic novels created and written by My Chemical Romance lead singer Gerard Way. And I totally forgot that Gerard Way was a musician himself, and I never really listened to My Chemical Romance, but wow, this guy is talented. So there is my thoughts on Umbrella Academy. I really highly suggest you guys go ahead and check that out, because I'm sure it won't disappoint you. This show was really incredible. So let me know what you guys thought about the news or update on The Flash given to us by Ezra Miller via this interview, and let me know what you guys thought about Umbrella Academy. Keep the comments down below, spoiler free, for anyone who hasn't watched it yet. Thank you guys for watching. Please give this video a like if you can, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell for more videos like this, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.